On a remote island off the coast of Western Australia, a team of archaeologists is hard at work. Slowly, they're uncovering evidence of some of the first humans ever to set foot on Australian soil. What they discover will amaze them and change history as we know it for good. For archaeologists studying the history of ancient humans, Australia has always proved a fascinating location. Indeed, it's believed that the earliest Australians were among the first humans ever to leave Africa. While some hold that they arrived there via a long-vanished land bridge, others have suggested that settlement could have happened by sea. Exactly when these events occurred has also been a matter of some debate. However, based on previously discovered sites in South Australia and the Northern Territory, researchers have been able to come up with a rough estimate of about 47,000 years ago. However, while other parts of the country have given up their secrets, Western Australia's history has remained shrouded in mystery. In fact, much of the coast that welcomed settlers when they first arrived now lies submerged between the ocean. Of course, this has posed a challenge to archaeologists wishing to search for evidence of human activity in the area. However, in 2013, a team of researchers arrived on Barrow Island. As a continental island, meaning that it was once part of the land bridge over which early settlers are thought to have traveled, researchers hoped that it might contain the remnants of very early human occupation. The researchers who journeyed to this island came from the Barrow Island Archaeology Project. This is an interdisciplinary group led by Professor Peter Veth from the University of Western Australia. One of the Australian Research Council's discovery projects, the team has received funding to study the area. Furthermore, the project was supported by the Burrabaligi, Thalangi, and Kuruma Martha Dinera Aboriginal corporations, two organizations that work to protect Indigenous Australians' rights in Western Australia. What's more, it wasn't just Australian bodies that became involved. Indeed, as the researchers from the James Cook University in Queensland, the University of Adelaide, and Curtin University in Western Australia, the team consisted of representatives from New Zealand's University of Waikato, California's Sacramento State University, and England's prestigious Oxford University. Moreover, together they would uncover something extraordinary. From 2013 until 2015, the team worked on the 78 square mile island some 30 miles off Australia's northwest coast. First discovered by Europeans at the beginning of the 17th century, it remains isolated from the mainland. Because of this, it's become one of the country's most important destinations for archaeologists and environmentalists alike. During this period, the team's excavations focused on the north shore of Barrow Island at a site called Booty Cave. Soon they discovered evidence that the cave had once been inhabited, first as a hunting shelter and then as a home. In fact, because the cave is formed from limestone, it's provided the perfect conditions for ancient artifacts to be preserved. As a result, archaeologists have discovered fascinating evidence there that reveals much about the first Australian settlers' way of life. Among the amazing discoveries made at Booty Cave is one of the longest dietary records ever found in Australia. Containing the remains of animals such as kangaroos and wallabies, it provides a detailed insight into what people were hunting and eating tens of thousands of years ago. Even more incredibly, archaeologists also found marine shells thought to have been transported inland at a time when Booty Cave was still some 12 miles from the coast. In fact, these are thought to represent the earliest known utilization of marine resource in the whole of Australia. According to radiocarbon dating, these shells are thought to be a staggering 42,300 years old. What's more, archaeologists also discovered stone artifacts by the thousands, suggesting that the cave was once a hub of ancient life in the region. When considered together, the artifacts from Booty Cave have allowed researchers to come to some extraordinary conclusions. The cave was used predominantly as a hunting shelter about 50,000 and 30,000 years ago. Veth told UQ News, the website of the University of Queensland, in May of 2017. Furthermore, this date sheds new light on researchers' understanding of the indigenous settlement of Australia. Indeed, as Peft explained, this pushes back the age of occupation from the previous and more conservative limit of 47,000 years ago. In fact, the site at Booty Cave forms the oldest known evidence of human occupation on the Australian coast. After serving as a shelter for groups of early hunters, experts believe that the location was used as a family residence from around 10,000 years ago. Then, 3,000 years later, the area was cut off by rising sea levels, causing the inhabitants to abandon the cave. After the project's findings were reported in 2015, researchers continued to analyze the site, forming an even more detailed picture of the ancient humans who visited Booty Cave. Finally, in 2017, they were ready to announce their discoveries to the world. "I am genuinely excited," Veth said in a May 2017 interview with the Australian Broadcasting Corporation. "I think to be able to provide more firm evidence that reinforces Aboriginal origin narratives of deep time occupation, which goes up to and beyond the 50,000 year range. That's exciting." What's more, there may well be further revelations yet to come. Indeed, Veth stated that even older discoveries were possible in the region. Although earlier sites have been discovered in Australia, the unique discoveries at Booty Cave and what they tell us about who first arrived on the country's shores have earned it a place in history for many years to come.